Tennessee.
I know y'all gonna lose because y'all Georgia, and I want y'all to be quiet.
Hey man. Hello and welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, not another sports podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon. We have my co-hosts, Kevin and Jordan.
Yo, what's up? This is Kevin.
Yes, sir, and this is Jordan.
And we are back in studio. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's been a minute, but we are back in here. And as always, we're going to kick it off with something positive. My something positive is, according to Instagram, I need to start vlogging my daily life, apparently. That's what my Instagram poll told me today. So be on the lookout for that. Yes, sir. We got to come up with a name. Something clever like Wheels and Rolling or something. I don't know. We'll come up with it. But, yeah. What y'all got positive for this week? Had
We here.
Yes, sir. It's always positive.
No cap. Not gonna lie. Whenever I'm at the point when Kevin is, apparently, until we not anymore, until we out of contention, I'ma always say that the Braves are world champions. So that's my something positive.
Yeah,
we
man.
back in the studio for the first time since that happened. I
Yeah,
got
sir.
on my gear. I got the hat. Got on my shirt. Got on the pearls. Shout out to Jock Peterson.
We are
the parade
those.
was great, even though I didn't get to record inside because my phone died. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to it.
Yes, sir. We are world champions. Don't you forget that. But with that being said, it's that time of the year where we do our NFL recap. So that's how we're going to start off the weekly recap. We're going to do rapid fire because if y'all been rocking with us for a while, y'all know this takes a minute. But we're going to start with the Afc North. I'm just going to say shout out to Lamar Jackson. He's doing his thing because even though they lost to Miami, and you got to suck to lose to Miami, bro. We lost to Miami. That's all. I mean, we beat Miami. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, I got Lamar Jackson. I still got them to win in the North. I think I picked the Browns, but they're trash this year. They might as well just go and wrap it up. But how y'all feel about the AFC North?
Shout out to my boy Lamar. Like Brendan said, we took the L against the home team, the Miami Dolphins, the other night. I didn't watch the game because I thought we was going to win. To be quite honest with you, I did not think we was going to lose the game. And then I woke up to like an offensive lineman almost getting into the end zone type thing, and I was like, why do we have 10 points and why do they have 22? And why is the fourth quarter about the end? Like,
Hey, man.
I didn't understand that. But it happens. We're still 6-3. The Bengals are on the up, but inconsistent, still young. I don't think their that little hype they had at the beginning of the season was gonna last all season, but I still think they're coming in second. The Browns, like you said, is trash. Me and Jordan tried to tell you before the season.
Yeah, man.
And Pittsburgh is gonna be Pittsburgh. Solid, but all right.
Nobody. I didn't account for injuries.
Unfortunately, I didn't try to tell you because I picked the Browns to win.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
did as well?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was more so because I wasn't sure that the Ravens would be able to overcome their injuries. I didn't think they would run away with the division. I thought it would be like a tiebreaker, 1-2 game type of thing. It wasn't more so faith in the Browns. It was just the fact that y'all lost everybody.
Told you. And Lamar, we trust.
Hey man,
That's
in
what
Baker Mayfield, I don't trust.
Well,
But that being said, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. How I think it's gonna finish out. I think the Ravens gonna win it. I think the Bengals gonna come in second. The Browns gonna come in third, and the Steelers gonna come in fourth. But it could very easily be the Browns in fourth.
Yeah, sir.
I think Pittsburgh. I said Pittsburgh last, but I think Pittsburgh gonna come in at third spot.
We're gonna move out east. AFC East. I still got the Bills winning that division. I mean, it's really a 2-team race at this point. But yeah, I'm still going with Buffalo. They have the more solidified team. Then they went to, I want to say, the AFC Championship game last year.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, they got the more solidified team. So they did also lose to Jacksonville, but that just goes to show you any week you can lose in the NFL. But yeah, yeah. How y'all feel about the AFC East?
It's gonna play out exactly how I thought it was in the beginning of the season. The Bills will finish first, the Patriots will finish second, the Dolphins will finish third, and the Jets will finish fourth. They're just not a good team. The Dolphins aren't good. The Jets drafted the wrong quarterback. And the Patriots, even though I thought they would be better with Cam, they're not that bad with Mac.
Right.
So, and the Bills are the Bills. So you know how I feel about the Bills.
Yeah, I'm not a believer of the Bills as like the Super Bowl contender, but it's pretty much the same. Expected the division to go the same way. I didn't expect Miami to be 3-7 or 4-7 right now. I didn't expect them to be that, but other than that, I think the Patriots doing what the Patriots do. Bill Belichick is a good coach. I didn't expect him to be anything less, and the Buffalo Bills are just the best team in this division by far because the Jets are horrible.
AFC South. I think Derrick Henry getting hurt is tough, but I still think Tennessee can win this division. I mean, there's really nobody else in this division. Like
the Colts.
There's really nobody else in this division. Carson Wentz is too hot or cold. He's too up or down to really be a serious contender in the division. They might sneak it back into the extra wild card spot, if anything, but he too hit or miss to I think to go on a serious run to win the division. But hey, man, what do I know? Anyway, how y'all feel about the AFC South?
Like Brendan said, it's really the Titans or bust. I feel like Derrick Henry's injury doesn't hurt them in the division, but it will hurt them as a conference championship contender. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be the Titans, Colts, Texans, Jaguars.
Yep.
I want to say that's how I picked it at the beginning of the season.
It is.
I didn't take consideration that the Colts already have like 6 losses already. Titans already like 7-3, 7-4. So
yes.
Yeah, the Titans gonna win this division, but like y'all said, it's gonna not, kill their chances of winning the Super Bowl or making it to the Super Bowl because they don't have Derrick Henry to feed off of, and nobody believes in Ryan Tannehill.
Hey man, they got AP.
Oh, shout out to AP,
Okay.
legend. He's Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry.
How far is he from the all-time rushing
That's
record?
a good question. That's a
Not far. I know that. That's why he keep playing. He wants that record.
Mm-hmm.
hey man. Somebody gonna pay me to keep playing. I will keep playing too. And the last AFC division, the AFC West. This division is gonna be a lot more competitive than what I'm pretty sure we all picked. The Chiefs are trash this year, bro. Their defense is terrible, and they can't seem to get anything consistent going on offense. So, I mean, I think the league has figured them out, I guess you would say. They're a deep shot team, and if you can cover that if you make them be meticulous, it's not gonna work. So it's I guess you would say it's a boom or bust team. So yeah, how y'all feel about the AFC West?
Yeah, he's 3,514 yards shy.
Yeah,
So
I don't
it's not
think
gonna
he's
happen.
making it.
It's not gonna happen this year, obviously. Or maybe next year. I think he'll have to play
He got to play till he's 40.
3-4 years.
He's 36. He's 36.
I'm dead. I think he can do it. If he keeps latching on the teams that want him, I think he can actually find a way.
You think he'll pull a Tom Brady as a running back?
I mean, maybe. It depends on who wants him. But for the AFC West, I'm gonna go. I gotta see what it's looking like right now before I make this pick.
Hold on.
Kevin, you go.
This division is tough. The Chiefs definitely is not playing to the expectations we thought they were, but I also try to tell people about Patrick Mahomes and this offense. I still think they're going to win the division. I did think it was 3 teams coming. I think in our preseason playoff picks, I picked Denver, the Chiefs, and I think it was a 3rd team out this division.
Probably the Raiders.
Raiders, yeah.
So right now, I think all 3 of them is in playoff contention. So it's not far off. It's kind of expected that these teams were going to be good, but the Chiefs are probably just more disappointing. The Raiders got a lot of dysfunction with the John Gruden stuff, and the Broncos are. I don't know if they're trying to rebuild and still contend at the same time, but Teddy is not a loser, so he still have them in the right spots. So.
And
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Chiefs. Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos, just because I think the Chiefs have a little bit easier of a schedule, and I trust them a little bit more than right now than I do the Chargers, because the Chargers do have a history of being the Chargers, and I don't know what Justin Herbert is yet. He is still just in his 2nd year, so let's find out what he is first. But
I expect a step back.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if they won the division. They're leading it by half a game right now. Like, everybody's either 5-3 or 5-4. So it's a very tight division. But yeah, that's how I think it's gonna end up.
And moving on to the NFC North, even with the Packers losing last week with Aaron Rodgers and the whole vaccine and having to miss, I do think they're still gonna win this division easily. I don't really see anybody else in this division that can be competitive. The next best team is who? What? The Vikings, maybe, and they dysfunctional. The Lions, ill, and who? Oh, the Bears. Nah, they don't. Their offensive line is terrible. So, yeah, I'm still going with the Packers.
Going with the Packers as well. Chicago is horrible. The Lions is a competitive, scrappy team, but it's not going to equal wins. And the Vikings are going to probably make the playoffs, but nothing too scary about them.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers is still that dude. Devontae Adams is still the best receiver in the league. And even without Aaron Rodgers, this team lost to the Chiefs by like 6 points. So this team's still going to be something in the playoffs. So Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions.
Yeah, I'm going to go Packers, Bears, Vikings, Lions. Yeah. As of right now, the Bears are only behind by half a game. They have a little bit of an easier schedule. And I trust Justin Fields more than I do Kirk Cousins. He's getting better every week. So
the Vikings in every game, though.
Yeah, but it's Kirk Cousins. So
I mean, he's been to the playoffs before. Justin Fields a rookie with getting scrambling for his head.
Hey, man. I might be wrong. I might not.
Now, Justin Fields had Dalvin Cook.
You're not wrong. I picked the Bears to win the division at the beginning of the season, but I was looking right at the first game. After I picked them because I thought the Packers and Aaron Rodgers was gonna sell on the season. I didn't think it was gonna work, and it was looking right after they played the Saints. Then they rolled off 7 straight. So I think it's pretty safe to say that they got the division.
That being said, we're gonna move out to the NFC East. I think it's pretty safe to say the Cowboys are running away with this division right now. Everybody else is playing for second place. We hate to say it, but hopefully the Falcons can steal a win this week. Hopefully the Falcons can redeem themselves from last year's debacle. If y'all don't remember, that was the game that we sat and looked at the onside kick go 10 yards, and then they picked it up.
Trash.
Yeah.
Y'all trash.
Hey man, we won a division game last week. Anyway, we're not talking about the Falcons yet. Anyway, yeah, Cowboys at this point, it ain't really nobody else over here.
Yeah, I forgot to say in my something positive that this is the last day I get to celebrate, knowing that either the Falcons or Cowboys are gonna lose this week. Usually it's a good week for me because I know one of them is gonna lose, but now I have to know that one of them is gonna win, so I'm gonna have to hear their mouth. But that being said, like Brendan said, everybody's playing for second in this division, but I do feel like the Cowboys could still do some cowboyish things. So I'm still holding out hope for that. But they probably going to win this division. But I said that at this point last year, and they didn't. So, hey. I'm going to go with them first, Eagles second. Pick your poison between the Giants and the Washington. The Washington no names. Washington X. But yes, I feel like they don't have no identity in Washington. They don't clearly
evidently. Obviously.
They can't run the ball, they can't throw the ball. They defense is underperforming.
But they beat the Falcons. They did beat
the Falcons beat themselves.
Hey man.
So, yeah, I don't really count that as a win for them.
I
count that as a tie. They really just backed into that game. But, yeah, that's really all I got to say. Everybody else in this division sucks. If the Eagles knew how to run a pick play, they would be winning this division. But they don't. So,
I agree. I'm going with Cowboys, Eagles, Washington, and New York. New York just can't stay healthy, and I hear a few people saying they believe in Daniel Jones.
Tell them few people to shut up.
Hey man, they don't listen. So for some reason they believe in this guy, and I don't understand.
He went to Duke. He gotta be smart.
No, he's not it.
That doesn't apply to football though.
No,
he's smarter in real life. Go be coach. But right now, he's not holding his bargain as the top pick as a quarterback. And Saquon Barkley is looking like he's going to just be an injury-prone running back if he can't get on the field and actually stay healthy and produce. Washington just doesn't have a solid quarterback that can consistently go out there and dominate. Eagles just don't know how to run the football. I don't understand how you have running backs and don't want to run the football. But that's why they lose games. And the Cowboys just a good team. I actually believe this team can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The two things that's going to stop them is Dak Prescott injuries, Mike McCarthy time management. Those are the two things that can stop them. All right, if Trayvon Diggs Trayvon Diggs get eat up by Patrick. I think his name is Patrick from the Broncos again like that. Yeah, that can definitely get in their way.
Hey man, you know what else can get in their way? Being the Dallas Cowboys. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the NFC South. NFC South, the division that is in the unknown. The first week of the season, you could say that the Saints were a serious contender. Then Jameis Winston tore his ACL, and you lose to the Falcons. Yeah. Hey, man, this year is going great for me, bro. I'm telling you, I don't get my expectations up for the Falcons, and when you don't pay them no mind, they do well. So, hey, man, the game we lost against Washington, I got my hopes up. Just like this Washington, bro. Nope. Last week, had no expectations. We go out there, and Matt Ryan is the offensive player of the week. So, hey, man, we got a serious. If we keep playing the way we playing, we got a serious shot at playing for that one of those wild card spots. But I'm still going Tampa Bay to win the division.
No.
But to allude to something we're gonna talk about later in GNCBS, Cam did sign back to Carolina. Yeah, shout out to Cam Newton. We all wanted to see him get on the team, and I think they did right by him by trying to make up for it by paying him. He got a $10 million contract, and I think $7 million of it is guaranteed, something like that. $7.5 million, something like that. So, That's good. Because that's more. They were saying it on Pat McAfee. That's the most money he's made in the last 2 years. So, shout out to Cam Newton.
Yeah. This is a really toss-up division. Anybody can finish second at this point. It's really tricky. But I'm going to go with the Bucks 1, and I'm going to go with the Falcons 2, and then the Saints 3, Panthers 4. I feel like the Falcons, well, it really depends on how they play tomorrow. I could completely be wrong about that. But they really have an easy schedule. They play the Jags. They play the Cowboys. They got the Patriots, which is kind of winnable. They could lose it, but it's winnable. The Jags. They got the Bucks. But then they got the Panthers twice. The 49ers.
Still got to play the Saints again.
Yeah, I do have to play the Saints again, but y'all got the Bills. I think y'all can beat the 49ers and the Lions.
Man,
no.
The quarterback situation in New Orleans, we can beat them again.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing them to be second, but if you had to ask me right here, right now, just because of their situation, I feel like they have the easiest schedule.
That's what I'm saying, man. We playing for next year.
I mean, I don't have zero faith in y'all. It's literally the fact that y'all schedules line up.
Right.
And that the Saints don't have Jameis anymore.
We playing for next year. If we know what, we should just go ahead and tank, get an easy schedule next year, and then play. Do the same thing we did the year we went to
the Panthers have the toughest schedule. If Cam can come in there and be half of MVP Cam, I feel like he can win half of those games and get them to second or third.
We just need Christian McCaffrey to stay healthy. That's all.
Good luck.
Hey man, he got 14 points last week.
They say here go Kevin with the Falcons hate. I'm just being a good friend, letting y'all know it's not happening. I hear the schedule. These boys are big. They're gonna beat the Jags.
I don't care.
They will lose to the Patriots. They will lose to the Cowboys. They will lose that next game to the Saints. They will lose to the 49ers.
I'm not saying that with confidence. I'm not saying any of those with confidence.
I know, but we have a lot of Falcons fans right here. You know, Brandon's a big Falcons fan. Have to let them know that this team is going to end up with another 4 or 5 losses in the season.
As long as they don't go 10-7, I don't care.
That's not going to happen.
I just don't want to hear Will's mouth.
That's not even a thought. That's far from what's going to happen.
Man,
they probably
possible.
win 3.
We've been in every game except for the first one.
They will win 3 more games this season.
We've been in every game.
The New Orleans Saints will finish second behind the Bucks. Obviously,
I can see them realistically winning.
They are better than the Falcons. Taysom Hill has shown he can hold the fort down a little bit. Trevor Siemian has been in this predicament before. I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
I see 5-2 possibles, which would give them 9 wins, and that scares me.
I don't see it. It's not happening. They're winning 3 games, not 5. 3.
We won against the Saints last week, so how can you say on the
road?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Beat them again.
4 and 3 possibles because the Cowboys is a possible.
They're not gonna beat the Cowboys. Dak playing?
He's not healthy. He's not 100% healthy.
Exactly.
And they lost Randy Gregory.
Exactly. I don't know what that. Don't get your hopes up. Don't pay them no mind.
If they can slow down Zeke, which they've been doing a pretty decent job of stopping the run this year.
But if Cam come back in, Cam already familiar with this.
I don't know.
If Christian McCaffrey healthy,
I feel like
learn a whole new system.
I feel like their schedule is way too tough for them. They still got to play the Bucks twice.
Bro, if we can go 10-7, bro, that's a win.
Y'all not going 10-7.
I'm just saying.
They still had to play the Cardinals this week. They played. I'm not counting Washington, but they played the Dolphins, who look halfway competitive. They played the Bills. They played the the Bucks twice, and they played the Saints, who clearly aren't a pushover for them because they beat them. So
exactly. Washington Soccer Club.
I don't know, dude. I'm not. I'm not saying that the Panthers can't finish second, but
I got them
just don't.
finishing third. I think the Saints.
I'm not
finish
saying they
second.
can't finish third. I got as of right now, if you had to ask me which team am I betting on to finish second, I'm taking the Falcons. If you said that the Saints was going to finish second, I would say good luck because they don't have a quarterback. But I can see it because they have the most talented team out of the three teams.
Kamara not playing this week.
He's not, but that.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yes, but that's also kind of why I'm not picking them because Kamara tends to do that at the end of the season. But also I feel like the fact that what's it called not coming back, Slant Boy not coming back is gonna hurt them at some point. And I don't think they're gonna beat the Eagles. They beat them last year. The Eagles beat them last year.
Yeah.
The Falcons are mid. I'm not getting y'all hype.
They play the Titans, Eagles, Bills, Cowboys. They're probably gonna beat the Jets, but I mean the Jets have beat people. They play the Bucks, the Dolphins, the Panthers, and the Falcons. That's a pretty tough schedule. I don't think they're gonna finish second.
Well, the Falcons don't have to win another game this year. You know
It
what?
would be the Saints or the Panthers. It would not be the Falcons finishing second.
Man, the Falcons don't have to.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. From this side of the table, that sounds kind of haterish.
I'm saying. I'm saying.
It may
We don't have to win another game this year. You know why? Because the Braves won the World Series. That's all that matters.
I mean, you better hold on to it because the Falcons definitely not getting into the playoffs. And
nobody up here said that the Falcons were gonna make the playoffs.
10-7, second.
Will said that at the beginning of the season. I never said that. I just hope they don't get to 10-7 so I can say you were wrong.
Them boys not finishing second.
They might.
Anyway, let's move on to the NFC West. The NFC West, the most competitive division in football. Yeah, all right. I'm going with the Rams. They signed Odell Beckham. That's
OBJ.
Hey, man. I think there was a story about him wanting to get out here I think when he was still in New York, because that was back when they sucked, and they were trying to figure out what he was gonna do in free agency and blah blah blah. So yeah, but he finally was able to do what the long term plan was. Everybody want to play in LA, I guess. So yeah, how y'all feel about the NFC West? I still got the Rams. Yeah, like I said.
Yeah, I feel like this is the most competitive division. I said that at the beginning of the season. I watch it all the time. I was watching it every week until Russ got hurt, which ironically was when the World Series started. So I just stopped watching. Well, not the World Series, but that's when like NLCS, I think NLDS. So I was getting more into baseball. So that's when I stopped watching football altogether. But that being said, when I picked to win the division, the Seattle Seahawks went 1-3 in the games that Russ didn't start and finish. So yeah, I feel like that kind of knocked them out of contention to win it. And the Cardinals kind of took over. Started off 6-0, 7-0. AJ Green decided he didn't want to turn around and catch the game-winning touchdown.
Oh,
so they should still be undefeated. So I'm going to take them to win the division. They don't really have a tough schedule going forward. They do have the Seahawks and the Rams, but they beat the Rams. But they do have the Seahawks twice. But they have the Bears, the Panthers, the Lions, the Colts, and the Cowboys, all winnable games. I feel like that will help their schedule. Meanwhile, the Rams still have the 49ers, Packers, Cardinals, Seahawks, Vikings, Ravens, and 49ers. I personally don't believe in the 49ers, but I think that the 49ers can beat them, especially in the last game of the season. Tough game. Everybody's going to have everything on the line, yada, yada, yada. So I feel like that's a losable game for them. That being said, I still feel like they are going to finish second because they do have that cushion with Russ being out. But I've got the Seahawks finishing third and the 49ers finishing fourth.
I agree. I got the Cardinals first, Rams second, Seahawks third, and 49ers fourth. Russell Wilson is working his way back in. Still think they're going to be competitive and solid. Might fight for a playoff spot, get 3 teams in. Who knows, depending on his health. But I don't think they're going to make much of a push for the top. And I think Kyler Murray and them is just too far ahead to lose the division now. I mean, the Rams got 2 losses.
Mm-hmm. It's the 2-1. The Cardinals have 1. The Rams have 2.
And they do have a tougher schedule. And they just lost Robert Woods for the season. So that's going to hurt them. So.
For our wild card picks, I'm gonna go with in the AFC. I'm going to go with the. I'm gonna go with New England and one of those teams out west, probably the Broncos. Yeah, the New England and the Broncos. Who y'all got for y'all wild card picks?
I'm gonna go with the the Chargers, the Patriots, and probably the Bengals. I think they're gonna find a way to sneak in.
Go with the Broncos, Patriots, and Bengals.
I can see that. In the NFC, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I said what I said. The Falcons, the Arizona, and the Eagles.
I'm gonna go with the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Eagles.
Rams, Seahawks, Vikings.
Don't sleep on the Bears. They might sneak in.
No.
They might. They don't have a tough schedule either.
They don't have an offensive line either.
Hey, man, they got a quarterback.
Barely.
Conference championship game, AFC. I got the Ravens and the Bills.
Same.
It has to be the same. I didn't want it to be the Bills. I was looking at the other teams like, could I make a real argument for these teams to make it to the AFC championship? I was like, nah. Ravens and the Bills.
Rams and the Packers in the NFC.
I'm going to go Bucks and Cardinals.
And
Tampa and Green Bay.
Super Bowl, Green Bay, and I think Lamar and them could get there this year.
I'm going to stick with my preseason pick. I'm going to go with the Bucks and the Bills.
Baltimore and Green Bay.
I'm going to go with Green Bay winning the Super Bowl this year.
I'm going to go with Tampa.
Let's go, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I know this hard for me.
Yes, sir.
If you know I love that boy Aaron Rodgers. Damn.
Lamar don't have enough this year. I'm just saying.
Hey, man.
This going to be over.
They're going to make it to the Super Bowl. To be honest.
Aaron Rodgers going to get that Super Bowl.
Keep playing how they playing. They might not make it to the conference championship.
It's just a slight little L.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Keep up. Going to catch up. Keep on.
Who we got to keep up with?
Y'all got to keep up with everybody.
We fall behind.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're going to fix it out. Like, if we looking at the landscape,
I picked y'all to make it to the conference championship. Don't fight me. All I'm saying is
I'm just
keep the foot on the gas. Don't slip up. Who do you have?
I said Green Bay.
Oh.
For MVP, I'm going Matt Stafford this year.
Yeah. I'm going to... Right now, I got winning it. I would say Kyler Murray 3, Lamar 2, and not Aaron Rodgers. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady number 1.
I have Kyler Murray 1, Lamar 2, and Tom Brady 3. Derrick Henry was definitely top 3.
Oh yeah, he was up there.
Mm-hmm.
And moving right on along to MLB Awards. I'm gonna let Jordan introduce them because he knows them off the top of his head.
I was just shouting out the fact that we won 4 Silver Sluggers. I don't really care about the rest of the awards. Kevin can talk about the Yankee Awards, but shout out to us. Who I won one? Ozzy, Freddie, Austin, and
Maximus.
Adam won one.
Did he?
Yeah.
Hey man, he did that.
No, we had 4. Who didn't win one? Ozzy didn't win one? Ozzy won one, Freddie won.
Austin Riley won one. And I know. Did Max win? Yeah, Max won Silver Slugger.
Yeah, I know he won one.
Yeah, whole team went crazy.
Hey man, that's what happened when you win the World Series.
Okay.
It's all about getting hot at the right time, by the way.
I don't even.
Yeah. Freddie, Ozzy, Austin,
Max.
Yeah, Max. How did? Wow. how did Adam Duvall not win a Silver Slugger? That's crazy to me. This man led the league in RBIs. That is ridiculous. But yes, speaking of awards that he did win, he won a Gold Glove. But we did have Max Fried win Silver Slugger. But moving on in the Gold Gloves, we had Max, right? Mm-hmm. He won Gold Glove. Max, Freddie, Adam.
Did Ozzy win one?
I don't think
should
so.
Have.
He definitely should have, but I don't think he did.
Who won the Cy Young this year? Yeah, I definitely don't.
Yeah, Tony ain't winning.
Oh yeah.
Ohtani win a Silver Slugger?
Yeah, Cy Young.
I don't think they announced it yet.
Did they announce MVP yet?
I think it says November 17th.
They haven't.
Good.
But who do y'all think will win it?
Tiny just for the clout.
Tatis.
Freddie didn't win Gold Glove.
No, he didn't.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna save this rant, but the MLB awards have been trashed this year. The fact that Freddie didn't win Gold Glove, the fact that Adam Duvall didn't win a Silver Slugger, the fact that Ozzy refuses to get anything, the fact that we don't have any manager of the year, no MVP, like this is ridiculous.
Like you can't get it 2 years in a row.
This is ridiculous.
We didn't have nobody.
How is Dansby not a Gold Glove?
Hey man.
Hey man, you want the whole roster to be on there, man? You can't have the whole roster.
We only got 3. We only got 3 apparently. Do we have that?
It's more players in the league.
Hey man,
we should get what we deserve.
Yankees only got 2.
We should get what we deserve, dude. We only got 2 Gold Glovers.
We got 1.
Hey man, they tried to get
we got Joey Gallo.
Nobody wanted to get a Birdie credit until they had to give us credit. I'm just saying. All I'm saying.
We have 2 Gold Glovers. Austin should be 1. I mean, I understand Nolan Arenado's a good fielder, but that's more on clout, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But there's no way that Adam Duvall can lead the league in everything and not be a Silver Slugger. I need somebody to explain that to me. I watched Dansby.
Who's in his position?
Silver Slugger. It was Nick Castellanos from the Reds. I mean, I give you Bryce Harper and Juan Soto, but Nick Castellanos.
He won. He was an all-star. Yeah. That's our first half award anyway.
Stop it.
It is.
But yeah, unfortunately in the NL, the MVP is going to go to somebody who went 0 for 11 and had 5 strikeouts in the biggest series of the season.
Because he's mud.
And got swept.
They keep saying how the Phillies are so great. Every time. They always pick them to win the division. And then
I have all this talent just to finish third.
It's Joe Girardi.
They finished second. They lucked up and overachieved and finished second.
It's Joe Girardi's fault.
But I agree. Bryce Harper also will win the MVP.
Undeservedly.
I think Ohtani gonna win MVP and Cy Young.
Also, the fact that Aaron Judge is in the MVP finalist is kind of,
mid.
Right. But,
Hey, man.
This isn't a rant.
Anyway. We got to move on to Juniors or BS. Odell, like I alluded to earlier, Odell signed with the Rams because they were the team to offer him more money. But I think it was genius, especially seeing as how Robert Woods just tore his ACL. So that is tragic. Still think Cooper Kupp's going to be the number 1 receiver.
Of course.
But, yeah. At this point, Odell ain't going to, like, if he's not successful here, he don't have nobody to blame but himself. Everywhere else, okay, your quarterback was, but Matt Stafford's putting up numbers this year. So, yeah. How y'all feel about the whole Odell situation?
If I'm Odell, I think it's genius. Especially if Robert Woods didn't get hurt. I'm brought in to be the third receiver. Nobody's really looking at me to be the difference maker or the piece that puts them over the top. I'm really just going in to not mess it up. So that's really a role that I feel like he can fit in and thrive in. So, yeah, I feel like that would be genius. But if you're Matt Stafford, I would look at it as BS because that's just putting a whole bunch more pressure on you while nobody's looking at you as the person that's going to put us over the top. They're definitely looking at it as, all right, well, now you have everything. You have no reason to mess it up. And I'm definitely one of those people. Like, as soon as they signed traded for Von Miller, and as soon as Odell signed, the first thing I said was, now Matt Stafford has 0 excuses. Even though the second time I said it, I think somebody was asking where Odell should go, and I said somewhere other than the Rams because I think he should find somebody other than Matt Stafford. And they called me a Matt Stafford hater, even though I didn't know that they. I'm not. I tell the truth. I don't think he's that good. But yeah, I said all that, and I didn't even know that they got blown out, and he looked athletic against the Titans without their best player. So, I'm just saying. I don't think that it's kind of hard for me to put all my expectations on a person that's 9-70 against winning teams in his career. You can say, he did play for Detroit most of his career, but he's 2-2 against those teams in LA. So, and he didn't look good against Seattle. They were losing until Russell Wilson got hurt, and they didn't look good against the Bucks. He had 2 good throws to Deshaun Jackson, and most of those were run after catch. So, I'm just saying what I'm saying. We'll see by the end of the year what they can do. I've laid out their schedule already, so if he can beat some of those good teams, we'll come in here and talk about it. But if not, I want that same energy. But all that being said, I feel like it's not one of those moves that'll put them over the top. But that being said, Matt Stafford should have no excuses. And if they don't win, which I don't think they will, all the eyes will be looked at, rightfully so, at him.
I think Sean McVay can get a lot of that heat too, not just Matt Stafford.
Nah, he gonna find a way to throw him under the bus.
Yeah, he good for that. But I think it's BS. I don't like the signing. I think he could have went to a lot more places and been a little bit more impactful. Now, granted, Robert Woods being hurt, unfortunately, puts him in that number 2 slot, so he's gonna get a lot more reps, a lot more time to shine, a lot more film to prove that he's that guy. So maybe it will work out in his favor now with the injury, unfortunately. But he just got to go out there and produce it. But also, I feel like I don't think Matthew Stafford's that guy. I don't think he's trash, but I don't think he's just.
I mean, I don't think he's trash. I just don't think he's as good as everybody else did.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much hype because he didn't get all that hype in Detroit. And if he was that such of a good quarterback, they wouldn't have been that bad. Like, I think he was the quarterback. Yeah, he wouldn't.
Aaron Rodgers went out there without his 3 best receivers and still beat the undefeated team.
Like if you really that dude, if you really that guy, you wouldn't always have consecutive losing seasons. It's not just the organization and the coaches. So I can't just sit here and act like this dude just that fine.
How long did he have Calvin Johnson for?
He had him for 7 years, 8 years, and they lost both playoff appearances.
I'm pretty sure they didn't have the world's worst running back at the time.
No, they wasn't trash. He just didn't get the job done. And I think the same thing is gonna apply here. With Odell, I think he could have went to Green Bay, could have went to Baltimore, could have went to Kansas City, could have went to Seattle. Those was the spots that I would have liked him in. Because I think he could have got more reps, could have got more time to shine, and would have actually won. I think he chasing money, but you need to chase, like, I can't never count nobody's pockets and tell them not to chase money. But at the end of the day, if you know you fighting for your life in this league, this make or break, you need to go to a place that you think that's going to put you in position to not, at least, if not showcase your skills, but win. At least win. You know what I'm saying? So at least the last people impression of you is that you won something. That you was a valuable piece of something that won, or you was that piece that took them over the top. Now I think he could be that in Los Angeles, but like I said, just don't believe in Matthew Stafford. If he had a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, if I was him, I definitely would have went to the Ravens first because I feel like they need the receiver the most. And then probably the Raiders, even though they did just sign Deshaun Jackson, I feel like he's more of an upgrade. And then the Packers or the Saints.
There's a lot of teams out there because he definitely could have helped the Chiefs too. I mean, but they don't have no defense, so it wouldn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And our other genius or BS topic, we talked about it. In the NFC South segment, but Cam signed with the Panthers. I like the way that they structured his contract. Like I said, I think it's genius. They don't know what they're gonna do long term, but they're probably gonna move on from Sam Bradford. Sam Darnold.
Same difference.
Yeah. They're gonna move on from. He's gonna be a career backup, man. It is what it is. Everybody ain't supposed to be a NFL MVP. Which Cam has been at. Let's just throw that out there. But, yeah. Shout out to Cam. I think it's genius.
I mean, I guess it's genius. I mean, it's not BS. But, I mean, really the only thing you can get out of this is shout out to the Panthers for admitting their mistake instead of not, like, being stubborn and going down the same wrong path and knowing that it's wrong. Y'all should have never got rid of Cam, and then y'all got rid of Teddy Bridgewater for no reason and tried to replace him with Sam Darnold, and that didn't work. So, I mean, shout out to y'all, but, I mean, I guess it's a little too late because they're behind the 8 ball. Christian McCaffrey is more than likely not going to stay healthy the rest of the season, and they have a tough end of the schedule. So, I could see them sneaking into the playoffs maybe if they get hot and Christian McCaffrey can find a way to not get hurt. But that seems like a taller task than is possible. So,
shout out to Cam. Cam should have been picked up a lot sooner, but I'm glad to see him back in Carolina. Like you said, they admitted their mistakes. They ended up letting go of Cam Newton just to resign him. Just shows that you just gave up on him, and now he bit you in the behind. Although I felt like with signing Teddy, you could have been straight with Teddy instead of doing all of that stuff with Sam Darnold. I think like this team this year was better than the team last year that they had with Teddy. So just throwing Teddy in there and then saying he's not it, giving him away just to bring Sam Darnold in and make your team worse. Now you look extra stupid. Now you forced to go get Cam Newton again. Like, it just didn't make any sense. You should have just rolled with Teddy, or you should have just stayed with Cam from the jump. Giving up on black QBs to go get the man didn't work out. But I think Cam Newton gonna come in and, like I said, do damage. He's familiar with it. I think Christian McCaffrey be ducking because he don't feel like they have no reason to play. But I think it's gonna put a little bit of juice in him, give him a little bit more reason to go out there. I think they have a good relationship, and I think this team gonna be a little sneaky little team to the playoffs with Cam. Because Sam Darnold finna hit the bench. There's no question about that. You don't pay a dude $7 million to come play, to come just chill on the bench.
Okay. You said that they should have signed Cam earlier. He didn't make his video earlier. Then he would have been back in the league.
Oh, about him getting vaccinated?
Yeah, his PSA. Said, come get me.
You know, just to let you know.
I still got the Band-Aid. Come get me. My arm a little sore, but I can throw it with my other one.
It's sad he had to do that too, though.
Hey, man.
Sad he had to do that.
Hey, man. With that being said, we're going to get our last segment in. Our pick the ending. This week's question is, who are the early front runners for MVP in basketball, in the NBA? I'm going to go with KD and Steph. I mean, I feel like they're really the only ones who can, I ain't going to say play at a high level, but, play at a high level consistently for the course of the season. So, I mean, we've seen Steph is the only unanimous MVP, so, you know, he can play at a high level over the course of a season. But most players have hit or miss nights. I mean, Steph going to come out there and Steph most nights. So, yeah, how y'all feel about the MVP race in the NBA so far?
I'm going to go Ja Morant 3. Mm-hmm. Shout out to him. He is definitely averaging 49% and 33% from the 3. Shout out to him on 7 assists and 6 rebounds, 27 points. Shout out to him. He's definitely taking that next step. Definitely established that consistent outside shot that makes people step out, which makes getting to the basket easier. He's also a more consistent free throw shooter, shooting he is at 77%, which is a step up from 73% last year. So if you can improve that continuously, we can have something going. I feel like one of the reasons they lost to the Lakers earlier in the season is because he missed a really big free throw. But number 2, I'm going to go Steph. I feel like he's having a great season. His efficiency isn't Steph level, but he's still putting up great counting stats. I'm going to go with KD. I feel like he's putting up great net numbers, great efficiency, and they're still winning without Kyrie and James Harden being less than stellar James Harden. So, yeah.
I have 4. At number 4, I got our boy Jimmy Butler. Just leading the Heat, putting the Heat in positions right now. We got a lot of key additions and stuff like that. I feel like if the Heat continue to be on the trajectory we are, get to that second spot, third spot in the East, I feel like Jimmy will get a lot of votes for MVP. 3, I do have Ja Morant. Memphis Grizzlies are the surprise team so far in this season. He's averaging like 27 points. At one point in the season, he's averaging 30. He's that dude. Ja Morant, that dude. I still do believe that Zion Williamson could be that dude, and we could be talking about the best 1-2 punch ever if he gets his health right, if he gets his body right. I think those two will probably be connected forever, like the Trey and Luka, because they are really talented. But Ja's on the court right now showing his availability skill and his leadership skill already as the point guard of this team. So I definitely got to give some love to him. Put him at 3. I might have to go to this Grizzlies game when they come to Atlanta.
Yes, indeed. I already got my ticket.
I got that boy KD, 2, averaging like 28, 8, and 5, I believe. He's efficient. He's one of the best scorers ever. He's elite at that. But I think there's other components to him that he lacks, as in like really just gathering the troops and making them better than what they are. It's just really his game. And with that being said, I can't have a number 1 because Philadelphia Sixers are the best team in the East right now, guys, believe it or not. Without Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and this Philadelphia Sixers team is leading the front right now for the East. And for that's unacceptable. So you can't be number 1 in the MVP. Steph Curry right now is 10-1, leading the West, leading the Warriors, holding the fort down, waiting for Klay to return, and this team look like it's on the track right to the finals right now. Although most of the games have been on the West Coast and been in the state of California, that helps a lot. Steph Curry and this team has been going out doing what they have to do, and he's out there averaging 27, 7, and 7, 28, 7, and 7. So.
Okay. I just feel like 29. I feel like I've seen a little bit better. I feel like I've seen 29, 8. Well, 29, 9, and 5. And gotta keep in mind, James Harden is the point guard, averaging damn near 11 assists. So
the Sixers are the number 1 seed in the East. Steph is 10-1.
Right.
That matters.
And
that matters. Without Klay.
How many MVP votes did Mike Conley get last year?
Did he get any votes?
I don't know. They were the number 1 seed.
Nah, but you cannot. I don't know where you get these comparisons from, bro. But
they were the number 1 seed.
That is completely different. Mike Conley and Steph is on the same level. They were
the number 1 seed.
Are they looked at the same?
Were they the number 1 seed?
Did
they had the best record?
Was he dropping 40 points a night?
I mean, but he's not averaging more than KD.
Was Mike Conley dropping 40 a night?
I saw some 40-point night games, yes.
From Mike Conley?
Yes, correct.
In Utah?
Correct, yes.
Never.
Oh, well, I've seen KD drop 29 and 8, 9 and 5 on, let's see, 83% from the free throw, 44% from the 3, and 59% from the field.
He dropped 40 this year?
59% from the field.
He dropped 40 this year?
Is that what we're doing, dude?
He dropped 50 this year?
Are we really doing that?
He dropped 50.
Didn't Anthony Edwards drop 48 the other night? How many MVP votes he getting?
Steph dropped 40, 50, and
did he
another 38.
Did he drop 48?
Steph
is he getting most improved? Is he getting
no? That's that boy Tyler Hero.
Sophomore of the year.
That boy Tyler Hero getting
is he
that
getting sophomore of the year votes? No, nobody cares.
He might get
48.
He might get some most improved votes.
All I'm saying is it's a neck and neck race at this point. It is, and I'm gonna give the taller person an edge.
You gonna give the taller person who has the Sixers ahead of them in the East? Yeah. Without Ben Simmons, the dude that they
Jokic win, and he was like the 3rd seed. It was like 6 teams better than him last year.
Perfect attendance award.
No, don't steal my.
That's what you said. I'm just saying what you said. That's what you said. You said it's a perfect attendance award. All right, that year.
Who played more games? Didn't Steph miss a game or something?
That's why Joel Embiid didn't win the MVP last year, just because he didn't win.
All right, well then KD gonna play more. But games. I'm just saying, KD played the most games
so far.
Therefore, he should be
not so far. They done played every game so far. I'm just saying, Joel Embiid the best player on the Sixers, and he's not an MVP because
that man's played like 3 games,
and they're the first team in the East.
They're not. They're really
was.
not. That was like that was like 2 or 3 days ago when you checked that. I think the Bulls are like the first seed.
They just got blown out by Steph.
That's not the point. My point is they're not the first seed.
Let me check.
Boy, you better not let me look up and see that the Nets are the number 1 seed either.
Boy, they better not.
They the 2nd seed. Okay. They tied for 1st. They literally tied for first. What
Not
are we
first.
talking about?
No, remember when we was talking about the Ravens and the Bengals and they was tied? You was like,
did Brooklyn and Washington play each other?
right there.
Do they have a head-to-head to determine who's the first seed or not?
The Wizards.
Who has more
The
wins?
Wizards, the number one team. And you got
They-
this good at MVP. Kyle
But
Kuzma.
Brooklyn
Kyle
has-
Kuzma got your boy number 2.
Oh,
That's your MVP.
Let's not give Jordan that mic. Let's not give him that mic.
But anyway, all I'm saying is the Nets have
To the mic.
the Nets have more wins than the Wizards. So if we want to do it like that,
Bruh.
then they're the first seed.
No, the standard
They
says
literally-
2.
The Warriors literally have
standings
2 more games
stay
against some sorrier teams. Stop
2.
it.
You are 2 behind
who they
Kuzma. Kuzma and Spencer
We-
Dinwiddie.
We hyping up the Pelicans, the Rockets, the Hornets,
I'm just saying.
the Timberwolves.
Kyle Kuzma been hooping this.
Come on, stop it.
And the MVP behind Kuzma.
The Timberwolves, really?
Kuzma.
It's a week into the season. Calm down.
The Trailblazers,
Kuzma.
the Kings, the Thunder. They feasting on sorry teams, Kevin.
The
Stop
Warriors
it.
supposed to be sorry.
I never said they was gonna be sorry.
I
I
mean-
said they was gonna compete for a spot.
You know, we talking about on NAS, but the majority thought the
But-
Warriors were going to be trash.
Okay, but we talking amongst each other.
Okay, well,
We
they're
are.
10-1. You didn't expect them to be number 1 seed.
11-1.
You didn't expect them to be
I
number 1
expected
seed.
them to be top 3.
That's not number 1.
It
It's
is.
3 weeks into the season.
Doesn't matter. We talking about right now.
Head ass.
All I'm saying is you didn't expect the Nets to be the number 1 seed without James Harden.
They have been playing with James Harden, though.
I mean, I'm sorry, without Kyrie Irving.
I expected them
No,
to be
you
top
didn't.
3 seed. Yes, I did.
But that's not number 1.
They're number 2.
They're literally number 1. They have the
They're
most
number
wins.
2.
You didn't expect them to have the most wins in the East.
They're number 2.
They have the most wins in the
But they're
East.
number 2.
They're not.
Kuzma's number 1.
No, no, he's not. Shout out to Kuzma. I saw him hoop in Atlanta. He definitely didn't show up in the second half. I guess he thought it was only a first half game.
Kuzma is number 1 right now.
No, he's not. They have the second most wins in the East. Shout out to
But
the
the
Wizards.
standings
Shout
on
out to the cast of
NBA.com,
throwaways. That
ESPN have the Washington Wizards 1,
the collection.
Brooklyn 2.
No, they don't. They have them 1 and 1A.
They won.
The
Okay, but who's the
collection
1A? Who's the one?
The Wizards, because
Okay.
they have less wins than the Nets. The collection of
I seen the Wizards 1 and the Brooklyn Nets 2.
the collection of former Lakers collectively have less turnovers than Russell Westbrook has.
Then
Shout out to the Wizards.
that's a deep
I
stat.
got
sounds
to
personal.
see them. I got to see them play.
What you got against Russ?
I don't have
That
anything
man
against
said-
Russ. I thought that was an interesting stat.
That
We were
was
talking
it.
about the Wizards.
I mean,
and you also mentioned Kuzma.
You did.
I expected that though, because Russ was turning the ball over a lot.
Hey man,
Head ass.
it's just the preseason though.
It
I'm
is.
dead.
Those don't matter.
It don't.
But like I said, y'all number 2.
Hey,
Steph
man.
number 1. Steph doesn't. I mean, not yes, yeah, because we're talking about the MVP. Steph doesn't need the 1A, 1B because you know why? They clear cut number 1 at this point. So maybe when KD,
At this point,
KD and them
I mean, I'm just saying.
catch
I
5.
remember all the people saying Mike Conley deserved to be the MVP because he was the number 1 seed.
I don't remember nobody saying Mike
Thank
Conley
you.
to
Thank you for picking up on the sarcasm.
the. But we talking about Steph. We're not talking about Mike Conley. The story behind both players is completely
You're not
different.
wrong. I feel like
Of course, they
I
want to
feel
talk
like
about Mike Conley.
the story would help Steph depending on how long Clay is out. When Clay comes back, that kind of hurts.
If Clay
little
comes,
bit.
if Clay comes back and Steph's still averaging 50 and Clay going dumb, they're gonna love the Warriors and still give.
I mean, I
MVP.
feel like
it's gonna be 2015
if
all
they,
over again.
if the Nets play the whole season without Kyrie, which is very likely, I feel like they would be more willing to give the nod to KD. Now, I don't think
If
that
James Harden is still playing like this, yes. If
Right.
James Harden
I
started
don't-
taking off, I don't
but
think so.
I don't think that James Harden is. I don't think James Harden's gonna play like this the whole season, but I don't think he's gonna play like James Harden.
I think he's getting exposed.
I think he just doesn't have his legs under him.
Man,
I don't
getting
think
exposed.
it's not even foul baiting. It's the fact that he doesn't even go to the rim anymore. He shoots too much. But that was the same thing with
Getting
LeBron.
exposed.
He doesn't go. He doesn't go to the basket because he doesn't have the stamina at this point in his career.
Think he getting old? He is 32. 31.
I mean, I don't think he got that old over one off season. I think it's just the fact that he hurt his hamstring and he probably re-aggravated it in the off season. Now, it's coming from a dude that's
Being in Paris with Lil BB.
Probably. Coming from a person that's hurt both hamstrings. Once you hurt your hamstring, it's never 100% healthy. So it's at this point where he's just got to find his new 100% and just be okay with that. But I don't know how he feels because hamstrings are different. So
he said he's getting back to it. He had like 30. What?
I mean, he's been looking better recently. Like I said, I don't think he's gonna look like this the rest of the season. But I don't think he's ever gonna look like James Harden, just because it's not necessarily the rules have changed, but I think the way that his mentality has changed from Houston.
That's not good for the Nets.
The way they're currently constructed, yes. If they had Kyrie, it wouldn't be bad because they would still have another person that can score.
Yeah.
But they need him to be a scoring threat instead of the facilitator, which is good when you have other threats, but they don't have other threats because Joe Harris is mid.
Indeed. Don't know how that would work because right now they would lose to the Bucks and the Heat in the playoffs.
I think they would beat the Bucks. I don't know about.
They're not healthy right now, so maybe.
Yeah, you said right now.
Yeah. I'm saying Chris Middleton not even playing.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I feel like it depends on who they gonna put on. Who they gonna put on James Harden if he actually gets it together.
But who they gonna put on Giannis?
Blake Griffin. It worked. I feel like they can put KD on him for a little bit, but not the whole game.
You can't do that all series. I think that's the series they want to avoid without Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, without him, it's kind of weird how they're gonna do because they could put Middleton. It's weird because they could put Middleton or Holiday on KD, which I don't think they would want to do the whole game, but they have that ability. And they don't have that other person to worry about.
So.
And, well, that concludes another episode of your favorite podcast, Not Another Sports Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon. Make sure you follow me on all those social media sites at Rob Was Here.
And I'm Kevin. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Vice City Kevo.
Yes, sir. And this is Jordan. You can follow me on Twitter at @this_guy11, Instagram _thisguy11, _thisguy11. Follow the sports pages on Facebook and Instagram. Not Another Sports Podcast on Twitter. _A_S_podcast. Listen to us every week on YouTube. Cool Telly is the name of the YouTube page.
Yes, sir.
And you can listen to us on all audio platforms by searching for Not Another Sports Podcast, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We have a black and red logo. It's kind of cartoonish, all four of our pictures. And make sure you give us a like, subscribe, comment, 5 stars, all that. We appreciate the feedback.
And with all that being said, make sure you guys are washing your hands.
Lávate los manos.
Yes, sir.
Staying safe out here.
Yeah.
Don't fall for the agendas being pushed out here.
Never.
I'm missing one.
You tell them. Yep. You tell them to wash your hands, wear your mask. Nope. That's it.
Black Lives Matter.
Always.
And go Gators.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir.